The future of Kyrie Irving in Brooklyn is quite interesting because it might not last for too long. Is there a problem on court? Or is something else happening? Whatever it might be, we need to talk about it now. Keep watching till the end of this video to see why Kyrie Irving has played his last game with the Brooklyn Nets, because you will definitely be amazed. The big suspension. Did you know that Kyrie Irving will miss the first of several Brooklyn Nets games after he was suspended for his Twitter action? On October 27th, Irving shared a link to a film with anti-Semitic conspiracies on Twitter, setting off calls from around the NBA and the Jewish community for him to apologize or face punishment. The team has suspended the star guard without pay, and as the Nets said, the suspension will last no less than 5 games. In a statement, the organization said that it came to the decision after repeated attempts to work with Kyrie Irving to help him understand the harm and danger of his words and actions, which began with him publicizing a film containing deeply disturbing anti-Semitic hate. The team added that it was dismayed by a media session during which the players was asked by reporters directly if he held any anti-Semitic beliefs. And as the Nets said, Kyrie refused to unequivocally say he has no anti-Semitic beliefs, nor acknowledge specific hateful material in the film. This was not the first time he had the opportunity, but failed to clarify. Accordingly, we are of the view that he is currently unfit to be associated with the Brooklyn Nets. We have decided that Kyrie will serve a suspension without pay until he satisfies a series of objective remedial measures that address the harmful impact of his conduct, and the suspension period served is no less than 5 games, the team wrote. The NBA said that hate speech of any kind is unacceptable. We believe we all have a role to play in ensuring such words or ideas, including anti-Semitic ones, are challenged and refuted, and we will continue working with all members of the NBA community to ensure that everyone understands the impact of their words and actions, the league said. Irving's reaction. Kyrie Irving finally addressed the controversy, but even with his statement, he didn't even apologize, with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver criticizing the Nets star for not offering an unqualified apology. Irving felt responsibility for his action and said he doesn't believe that what the film said was true or reflects my morals and principles. I oppose all forms of hatred and oppression and stand strong with the communities that are marginalized and impacted every day. I am aware of the negative impact of my past toward the Jewish community, and I take responsibility. I do not believe everything said in the documentary was true or reflects my morals and principles. I'm a human being learning from all walks of life, and I intend to do so with an open mind and willingness to listen. So, from my family and I, we meant no harm to any one group, race, or religion of people, and wish to only become a beacon of truth and light, he wrote. In the statement, both Irving and the Brooklyn Nets pledged to donate $500,000 each towards causes and organizations that work to eradicate hate and intolerance in our communities, and stated both parties would work with the Anti-Defamation League, a nonprofit devoted to fighting anti-Semitism and all types of hate that undermine justice and fair treatment for every individual. While Silver said the NBA appreciates the donation, the commissioner was critical of Irving's non-apology. Kyrie Irving made a reckless decision to post a link to a film containing deeply offensive anti-Semitic material. I'm disappointed that he has not offered an unqualified apology and more specifically denounced the vile and harmful content contained in the film he chose to publicize. I will be meeting with Kyrie in person in the next week to discuss this situation, he said. Later, Kyrie said he embraced all religions, defiantly defending his right to post whatever he believes after the owner of the Brooklyn Nets said he was disappointed that Irving appeared to back an anti-Semitic film. We're in 2022. History is not supposed to be hidden from anybody, and I'm not a divisive person when it comes to religion. I embrace all walks of life, Irving said. Nets owner Joe Tsai said Friday he was disappointed that Irving appeared to support a film based on a book full of anti-Semitic disinformation. The star guard for the Nets posted a link for the film Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America on Twitter. The synopsis on Amazon said the film uncovers the true identity of the children of Israel. Before their loss to Indiana, Nets coach Steve Nash said that the organization has spoken to Kyrie about it, not divulging specifics of what that meant. But nothing that was said will stop Irving from what he wants to share. I'm not going to stand down on anything I believe in. I'm only going to get stronger because I'm not alone. I have a whole army around me, he said. Irving said that he understood Tsai's position, but was quick to say that he did nothing harmful, adding that just because he posts about something doesn't necessarily mean he supports it. He kept on being stubborn, saying, "Did I do anything illegal? Did I hurt anybody? Did I harm anybody? Am I going out and saying that I hate one specific group of people? Irving did finally apologize later in an Instagram post for not explaining the specific beliefs he agreed and disagreed with when he posted the documentary. To all Jewish families and communities that are hurt and affected from my post, I am deeply sorry to have caused you pain, and I apologize. I initially reacted out of emotion to being unjustly labeled anti-Semitic, instead of focusing on the healing process of my Jewish brothers and sisters that were hurt from the hateful remarks made in the documentary, Irving wrote. Jaylen Brown comments. Boston Celtics forward Jaylen Brown, who is also a vice president of the National Basketball Players Association, says that the union has issues with the requirements outlined for Irving's reinstatement to the Brooklyn Nets. Brown said he has been in discussion with Irving, Adam Silver, and NBPA Executive Director Tamila Tremaglio about the situation. I don't believe Kyrie Irving is anti-Semitic. I don't think people in our governing bodies think he's anti-Semitic. He made a mistake. We understand from an outside perspective how important sensitivity is to not condone hate speech and not condone anything of that nature. It's sensitivity to the dialect around that. We don't want to stand up for somebody in order to not condemn hate speech, but I don't believe Kyrie Irving is anti-Semitic, and hopefully the NBA feels the same way. There's an interesting distinction between what somebody says verbally and what somebody posts as a link on a platform with no description behind it. Some people argue there's no difference, and some people argue there is a difference. There's no language in our CBA. There's no rules against it. This is uncharted territory for everybody, and everybody is trying to figure out the difference between the two. The Nets suspended Irving for a minimum of 5 games on November 3rd due to his repeated failure to disavow anti-Semitism and apologize for posting a link to a film that contained anti-Semitic tropes. Irving has since apologized on Instagram, but also met a list of 6 requirements in order to rejoin the team. The list includes 1. Apologizing and condemning the film he promoted. 2. Make a $500,000 donation to anti-hate causes. 3. Completing sensitivity training. 4. Completing anti-Semitism training. 5. Meeting with the ADL and Jewish leaders. 6. Meeting with the team owner Joe Tsai to demonstrate an understanding of the situation. Has Irving played his last game with the Nets? Is there a chance that the suspension will extend to more than just 5 games? Well, this seems to be a real possibility. Actually, ESPN's insider Nick Friedel believes that Kyrie's exit is now inevitable. There are so many people within the Nets organization who are so tired of the stuff off the floor. Day by day, Kyrie has eroded the trust within the organization. So as we sit here right now with the suspension ahead, there is a good chance he's played his last game there. Besides that, one of the general managers said, "I think Kyrie might not play in the NBA again." So what do you think? With Irving's net career widely expected to end this summer at the latest, will some executives be so excited by his talent that he gets another chance elsewhere? Let us know in the comments down below.